Welcome to the HerbmanT podcast. I am your host, HerbmanT.
Spectate.
I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling real good. So if you see the thumbnail, basically today is another Q&A. Until I get some questions coming in, I am just going to be talking about the four main processes that before you can claim any disease, you have to make sure these four processes are working properly. If they're not, then that is simply your problem. So these four main processes are digestion, absorption, utilization, and elimination. So if you're not digesting your foods properly, you can't absorb them properly. If you're not absorbing your foods properly, you can't utilize them properly. And if you're not utilizing your nutrition properly, what are you going to eliminate? Or how can you eliminate? Or maybe you're eliminating things you should not be eliminating, right? Centerio was we meet again. So when dealing with digestive problems or the process of digestion, of course, that's the digestive system, right? So you got the mouth, esophagus, stomach, bowels, and your accessory organs, whether it be your salivary glands, your liver, gallbladder, pancreas. When talking about absorption, you have to focus on the small bowel as well as your lymphatic system. When talking about utilization, you can look at the nerves as well as your endocrine system. And when talking about elimination, you're going back to that colon, the digestive system, your urinary system, specifically the kidneys, but urinary system, kidneys, bladder, urethra, as well as your skin. All right. So, and then there are herbs for each one of those functions. What's up? Oh, what's up, man? What's up, Mersad? For each one of those functions. So, if you have Crohn's, if you have ulcerative colitis, if you're having gastritis, if you're having diverticulitis, etc., pancreatitis, look at the digestive system. Now, the funny thing about the pancreas is that it's a exocrine and a endocrine organ. So, if you're having a pancreatic issue, yes, focus on your digestive system, but you also want to focus on the endocrine system as well. All right. So, and again, you have herbs for the liver, you have herbs for the pancreas, herbs for the stomach, herbs for the gastrointestinal tract, herbs for the bowels. Now, if you're having an absorption problem, you want to focus on herbs for the small bowel or your demoscent herbs. Hope you're well, brother. I wanted to ask you about a product I'm taking. It's called oregano P73. I don't know what that is. Why oregano? Is it oregano P73? Why is it just not oregano? Is it like a thank you laptop for being right in front of me? Oregano, oregano oil super super strength. Oregano oil super strength. Okay. Yeah, so oregano oil itself is hot. It's like mini chemo if you ask me, and it's just gonna burn some stuff up on the inside of you. So I mean, yeah, it can be great for getting rid of infections quick, but that's about it. It's as far as I understand, it's not going to do anything to promote the movement of lymph. If anything, it's just heating up the body, and that's my take on it. You know, but of course, many people have said oregano oil is great and it works. But answer this: if it was so great, why enhance it even more? You know. So, but I'm not. I mean, maybe they've added adaptogens to it as well to with help the body adapt to stress. All right, it's made from wild organic Mediterranean oregano plants. Okay, immune support, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and mineral rich. All right. No, you're not joining the live. No way. Oregano P73. Now, where the heck was I? Yeah, I was on absorption. All right. So, absorbing in your small bowels, you have something known as lacteals. Lacteals are responsible for absorbing fats. Your blood capillaries are responsible for absorbing everything else. Okay. So, if your lymphatic system is stagnant, it cannot absorb fats. Where are the fats going? They're going to start blocking these small capillaries, which is going to throw off the absorption of your minerals, your other nutrition, etc., which can lead to malnutrition, which can lead to iron deficiency, which can lead to, you can say, B12 deficiency, etc. So it's important to, are you absorbing? Because you can take all the iron you want to, you could eat all the, you can consume all the supplements you want to, B12, B9, whatever, all the alphabets, right? But if you're not absorbing any of it, what's the point? The less you absorb, the more now your pancreas got to do more work. Like, hey, let me see if I can try to secrete more enzymes to break this down even further so you can't absorb it. The bowel may, your liver may be like, hey, let me try and secrete more bile to try and break down these fats so then you can absorb it more. See where I'm going? Or this stuff is not being broken down. It can lead to inflammation of the colon or your colitis, because now you have these foods that are supposed to be broken down, not. And now it's going over into your colon area, and if the body isn't utilizing its chemistry properly, you could have issues with your adrenal glands. A main way the adrenal glands can go down is too much stress, worrying too much. The adrenal glands is responsible for a function known as peristalsis. Basically, this is the involuntary muscle contractions that pushes your food from your esophagus all the way out through your anus. So if you're having a utilization problem, right? Hormonal imbalance, nervous system shot, you got to look at the nervous system. You got to look at your endocrine system. And there are herbs for that. Herbs are for structure, function, and fluids. And when talking about fluids, you have blood and you have lymph everywhere. And also you have cells. So it doesn't matter if you have a pancreas problem, liver problem, stomach problem, thyroid problem, adrenal gland problem, kidney problem, neurological problem, etc. Each one of these locations have cells, they have spaces, and they have two fluids. You always got to feed them with the blood, and you always got to clean them with the lymphatic system or move that waste out. All right. So all that utilization issue. So you're not utilizing your chemistry properly. If you're not utilizing your chemistry properly or your nutrients properly, you got to go and focus on the endocrine system, focus on the nerves. You need to focus on the reproductive system as well. So first, get the lymph moving before even considering getting good absorption. Yeah. And do it at the same time. So get your lymphatic system moving, but also you got to make sure your colon is clear too. So you will focus on the digestive system and the lymphatic system at the same time. But if, let's say, if there's a budget issue, I would say try to work on a little bit, work on them both. For example, you started hesitation because you have herbs like yellow dock root that have a laxative action, but can also help to move lymph. And it also works on the liver. So you could maybe look into herbs like yellow dock root that focus on the lymphatic system and the digestive system. Burdock root focuses on the lymphatic system, digestive system, and the kidneys. But what do you think about having too many parasites? Yeah, it's going to be a problem because the parasites are going to tempt you to continue eating foods that are not beneficial for you, because the parasites are there because we've created the terrain for them to exist. So we've been eating all the dairy. We were eating all the starches, you know, making them comfortable. That's why they showed up and decided to stay. Like, I like this environment. They have all the goodies, right? But the moment you start consuming, fruits, berries, and melons, they get a little upset. And now you're getting these crazy cravings coming out of nowhere. Like, what is this? So the parasite is trying to persuade you to continue down that path of eating trash. Yeah, so too many parasites is definitely a problem. That's when the fruits, berries, and melons would definitely help to get rid of them. You also have anti-parasitic herbs, your wormwood, your tansy herb, thyme, great for pinworms. So yeah, I think having too many parasites is a definite problem, a problem. And don't be surprised if they, you change what you're consuming and they start to just come out. They're trying to get away from you. They're like, hey, I don't want to be here anymore. You know, it's alive. They're coming out alive. All right, and lastly, elimination. Okay, if you have constipation, kidney failure, kidney stones, you're having uh, excess kidney function or skin problems, eczema, psoriasis, you're not sweating enough. These are all elimination issues. And when you're talking about fixing elimination issues, if you're having a kidney issue, you could be having a skin issue. The skin could be overcompensating. Like, okay, for example, your skin is responsible for moving out your lymphatic waste. So is your skin. Your kidneys are mainly responsible for moving out your lymphatic waste. Your skin, you could say, is secondary. If you begin to over sweat, that's the body trying to make up for your lack of kidney function. So when having an elimination problem, or another thing too, if you notice, even if your colon is backed up in congestion, once you get that relief of the colon, of the waste from the waste from your colon out, you'll start to feel 10 times better. And then when you take it even deeper, you'll find that once that colon is clear and you feel better, you'll see that your emotions come from where? Your endocrine system, the adrenal glands, your will, your self worth, etc. And I say that to say that there is a link between elimination and utilization. But going back to just elimination, constipation, kidney issues, skin problems, go back and fix all those. Just don't focus on one because they're linked together. So, and now for some herbs, you have herbs for the kidneys, such as your corn silk, burdock root, uva ursi leaf. Herbs for the colon, or really to help move waste out of the colon, you have Cascara sagrada, turkey rhubarb, yellow dock root. You have herbs for the skin like horsetail, gotu herb, and sarsaparilla root. Herbs for utilization, so herbs for the adrenal glands like your ashwagandha root, suma root. Herbs for the pituitary gland, that's a part of the endocrine system, chase tree berry. Herbs for the hypothalamus gland, pituitary gland, and the adrenals, that would be your schisandra berry, licorice root. So just to give you some examples that herbs can be tissue specific. You have herbs that promote blood flow, ginkgo leaf, again, the gotu rosemary. You have your hotter circulatory stimulants like cayenne pepper, ginseng root. You have herbs to promote the movement of lymph, going back to burdock root or cleavers or poke root or blood root. So there are herbs to help the body or support the body's function. You just got to know which are they and where are you trying to go with it, or exactly what is your problem or the problem you're trying to fix. All right, hopefully that helps. This is episode 23 of the podcast. If you want to support the podcast, go ahead, head over to Patreon. Join me on Patreon. Let me see if I just throw the banner up last minute. There we go. That's the merch. I'll let the Patreon part slide through real quick. That's patreon.com/HerbmanT. What just happened? Went from, it's a Facebook squad. What's up, Facebook? Yeah. If you want to support the podcast, head over to patreon.com/HerbmanT. I'll be live again next week on Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Thank you all for joining. Peace.
Spectate.
I'm feeling real good. Feeling like I never knock on wood. Studying my health, I think you should. Be a better you every day, keep it true. I'm feeling real good. Feeling like I never knock on wood. Studying my health, I think you should. Be a better you every day, keep it true. And be held accountable for everything that you do. Be surrounded by the ones that are loving you. Growing never sink unless you sinking in the shot. While you in the fourth quarter and the haters sit and watch. They don't wanna move. They wanna sit and talk, never do. Don't you worry about them, strive to improve. And when they gunning for your queen, kinda move. They don't wanna move. They wanna sit and talk, never do. Don't you worry about them, strive to improve. And when they gunning for your queen, kinda move. I'm feeling real good. Feeling like I never knock on wood. Studying my health, I think you should. Be a better you every day, keep it true. I'm feeling real good. Feeling like I never knock on wood. Studying my health, I think you should. Be a better you every day, keep it true. I'm feeling real good. Feeling so good.